I'm really excited to be here today. I only have a couple minutes, so I'm going to go as quick as I can. My goal here today is to explain to you guys and explore the idea that there's a proper way to view magic, and that there's a proper way to experiencing it, and that trying to figure out how I do what I do is the exact opposite of what you should actually be doing. Now, there are probably two different types of people here today. The first type of person is someone who's excited about what they're going to experience, someone who's excited about experiencing wonder. Then there's the second group of people. And the second group of people tend to be a little bit more skeptical, and they say things like, I don't like how magic makes me feel, or I don't like being fooled, or it makes me feel stupid. And they think that learning how a trick is done is going to solve that, or make them feel better about it, and it will not. And I'm going to show you guys that now. To do this, and it's kind of weird, actually, because most of you have probably never had the experience of seeing a magician perform something and then me telling you how I do it. But for this experiment, I will have to do exactly that. So I need somebody to help me out, somebody who's okay with coming up on stage. Yeah, you'll be perfect. Will you come on up here? Everybody, round of applause for my beautiful assistant. Wonderful. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming up here. What's your name?
Edith.
Edith, thank you so much. Come on over here. Edith, I'm going to have you stand right here next to the stool. Wave. Everybody say hi, Edith. Hi. Everybody say bye, Edith. That's just in case, okay? All right, so what I'd like you guys to do is while I'm performing, I'd like you to take a minute and think about how you genuinely feel, and how you feel while you're experiencing the magic. And then after this trick is over, I am going to tell you exactly how I did it. So, Edith, we're going to do a trick where we read your mind. Do you believe in mind reading? No, but this works whether she believes in it or not, which is fantastic. Edith, will you pick up the books that I have there on the table? I brought 3 different books with me, and some of them I did purchase here. Will you hand me one of the books? That's perfect. This is Pride and Prejudice, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody read it? Yes. This is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which is cool. I bought this at the university bookstore. Next book. This is Memory of Tomorrow, fantastic book, New York Times bestseller, and this one is Angels and Demons. So we're going to try something here with, actually we set those down. We're going to show you what it would look like to read her mind. Will you do me a favor and say stop at any point in time, wherever you feel comfortable? Right here? I want you to look at the very first word on this page. Do you see what it says? Yes? Okay, perfect. I'm now going to attempt to read your mind. Hold on to that book right there, and we will use this dry erase board. I want you to think and concentrate only on the last letter of that word. And by the way, the word, it wasn't the beginning of a new chapter, was it? So the word wasn't chapter, was it? Cool. It's just important. You're thinking of a letter? I think I got it. In a loud enough voice for the audience to hear, will you shout out the last letter of the word you are thinking of?
S.
Ladies and gentlemen, S. Which is crazy. Thank you very much. Let's try the first letter this time. Just think of the very first letter of the word that you're thinking of. I got that one pretty easily. Think of the next letter. That's the second letter. That one's a vowel. That was an I. Think of the third letter. And the fourth letter is an S. Is it only 4 letters long? Wow. Loud enough for everybody to hear, please shout out the word you're thinking of.
Kids.
Kids. Thank you. Don't go anywhere yet. Because I told you I was going to tell you how I accomplished this, and I am. But I'm going to tell you it because, well, I want you to experience this horrible feeling. You see, when you learn how a magic trick is done, it is the absolute worst thing in the entire world. It has happened to me thousands of times because I've learned so many magic tricks over the years. Now I'm going to give you this feeling. And for those of you who don't want to know how I do this, I do apologize. Because this is very rude of me for me to tell you how I do it. So let's go back. I'll trade you, actually. You hold the dry erase board, I'll put the pen here. This is what I did. When I flip through the pages like this, and she says stop anywhere she wants, go ahead, say stop.
Stop.
I stop there. I stop on the exact page she wants. What I do is I look across, and I look at this page number right over here. And what I do is I subtract 1 from that. That page is number 298. If I subtract 1, I'd know that she's looking at 297. And I've done something sneaky. Let's try this again. Say stop. She's looking at page 347, and the first word on that page is stay. Am I correct? Let's try again. Say stop somewhere.
Stop.
She's looking at page 271, which is girl? Let's try it one more time. Say stop somewhere. I won't say the page, I'll just say the word.
Stop.
The word is once. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't magic. This is such a letdown. I didn't do magic. I did something that you just wouldn't spend the time doing. All I did was I memorized the first word on every single page of this book. Thank you very much. And this book.
I'm done.
And this book as well. Not quite yet. Because there's one more thing I'd like you guys to know. You see, oftentimes magic is not, something magical. It's somebody spending way too much time doing something, which is why you guys don't need to know these things. You don't feel like a better person right now for knowing how I did that. You're probably mad at me because you wish it was more interesting. You wish it was amazing, and it's not. There's an amazing quote that I want to tell you guys right now. Magic is a flower, not an alarm clock. If you pull it to bits to see what makes it work, you've ruined it and your own pleasure. What that says, and actually I love that quote because it tells you exactly how I feel about alarm clocks, and that's that they should all be taken apart. But what it also says is that there's no way to put you guys back together. Once you know how it's done, there's no way to go back. But I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to do another trick, and this time I'm not going to tell you how it's done. That way you can actually leave with the feeling of astonishment with you. And to make it even harder, I'll do the same trick. We'll see. Will you do me a favor? Take the book. I'm going to come stand over here, and I'm going to make this even more difficult. Will you now open the book to any page? Perfect. Tilt it up, that way I can't see. And I want you to think of a word on that page. Do me one favor, though. Make sure it's a longer word. The last word we used was 4 letters, so try something like 5 or 6 letters, okay? And then as soon as you have a word, or longer, obviously, the longer it is, the harder this is going to be. So do you have a nice long word? Close the book, set the book down. I'm now going to attempt to read her mind one more time. Let's try it the exact same way we did it last time. Do me a favor and think of the last letter of the word. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm getting more than one letter. Are you thinking more than one letter right now?
I'm thinking one.
Just one letter? Well, maybe I'm getting the wrong letter then, but that's okay. We'll see how this works. Shout out for the audience to hear. What is the last letter of the word you are thinking of?
L.
What was that?
L.
L? L. Okay, I wrote A, which, ladies and gentlemen, might seem like a miss, but it's not. I promise, I'll show you. Will you do me a favor? Instead of the last letter, I want you to think of the first letter. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the A is not a miss is because A is actually the second letter of the word she's thinking of. Let's try this. Think of the first letter right now. I think that's, I got it. And then second letter, that was the A. Third letter, think of the whole word. I think I got it, ladies and gentlemen. Shout it out loud enough for everybody to hear. What is the word you are thinking of?
Basketball.
Basketball. Now, ladies and gentlemen, she was holding the book. She opened to any page. I didn't ask her to think of the first word on the page. I said think of any word on the page. I wrote down basketball. Thank you very much. You're done here. Thank you so much for helping me out. I really appreciate it. You can go ahead back to... Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I really do appreciate your time here today. I had a fantastic experience with you guys. And I'd like to leave you guys with one more thing. You see, the best way to fool somebody is to fool them without them even knowing they've been fooled. I didn't memorize the first word of any page on any of these books. Have a good day.